Love Delivered by Mistake. Chapter 1. The Letter That Woke Me Up. My name is Anna Wells. I'm 29, single, and I drink more coffee than water. I teach history in Vermont and live with a cat named Sir Scratch-a-Lot. One evening, while fixing red pen marks on essays, I played a podcast called Evening Echoes. It shares personal letters from people around the country. A woman host said, "This next letter comes from someone who lives in a lighthouse. Yes, really, in Maine." I rolled my eyes but kept listening. Then his words hit me. My name is Ben Callahan. I keep the light at Storm Point Cove. The waves talk more than I do. I lost my fiance last year, and the sea has been my only friend since. He talked about storms and silence and letters he wrote but never sent. Sometimes I pretend the waves carry my words to someone, anyone. I stopped grading. I didn't even care that a student spelled revolution as revolution. His letter felt like it was written to me. Chapter 2. A smart girl writes back. Sometimes. I don't do wild things. I don't dance in the rain or talk to strangers. But I did something slightly less boring than usual. I emailed the podcast. Dear Lighthouse Guy, I hope you don't actually talk to waves. If yes, I'm worried. Your letters made me feel something. That's rare. If you want to talk to someone human, I'm here. Anna, Vermont. I also have a cat and he's grumpy. I sent it and went back to correcting essays. A week later, a letter arrived in real ink, real paper, real nervous handwriting. Anna, your cat sounds more social than me. Thanks for writing. I don't talk to waves, just yell at them. Ben. That was the beginning. Chapter 3. Storms, Secrets, and Sarcasm. Ben and I wrote letters for months. He told me about the sea. I told him about my students who thought the Cold War was fought in winter. He said he used to be a travel photographer. I joked that I once took 53 blurry photos of a raccoon because I thought it was a celebrity. Sometimes he got deep. I write letters to my fiancé even now. I don't send them, of course. I just talk to her. Then one day he wrote this. Anna, there is something I never told you, but I think you will find out soon anyway. Excuse me? That's the kind of sentence that keeps a woman awake at 2 a.m. with a spoon of peanut butter. Chapter 4. The Storm of My Life. Then the podcast announced a big storm had hit May. Lighthouse damaged, coastal roads closed. And Ben? No word, no letter, no phone signal. I panicked. My brain was full of disaster scenes and broken windows. And maybe a shark attack. I don't know, I am dramatic. I booked a train, packed a bag with warm clothes, one good hairbrush just in case, and the first letter he ever sent me. Then I left Sir Scratch-a-Lot with my neighbor, who said, "You're going to Maine? For a man you have never met?" I nodded and said, "It's either love or very advanced stupidity." Chapter 5. The Lighthouse on the Edge. The town near the lighthouse was wrecked. Trees fallen, roads wet, power out. "Lighthouse keeper?" a woman said. "He's stubborn, didn't leave during the storm." Great. I walked up the hill through the wind and mud. There it was, Storm Point Lighthouse, bent, bruised, but standing. The door to the small house beside it was cracked open. I stepped inside and found nothing. Then I heard something from behind the tower. I ran, heart racing. There he was, shivering, wet, holding a blanket like a superhero cape. He looked up. Anna? Ben? Awkward silence. Then I said, "You look taller in my imagination." He laughed. "You look colder than your letters." Chapter 6 Secrets and Soup. Inside, he lit a fire. I made soup. He had no electricity, so we used candles. It was like a weird romantic camping trip. Then he handed me a box. Inside were letters, all of them from me, and one more. "I threw your message in a bottle a year ago," he said. "For closure. Signed it B. Callahan Storm Point. Never expected anything." "I didn't find it," I said, confused. He smiled. "Someone did. They gave it to the podcast host. She read it, then you replied." "Oh, so this all started from a bottle." I grinned. "Well, next time, try email." Chapter 7 Something Like Love. The next morning, sun came out. We stood outside near the edge of the cliff. "I thought you would never come," he said. "I didn't think I would either." He took my hand. "I don't know what this is, but I want to find out." I nodded. "I'm not great at relationships. I once dated a guy who thought Napoleon was a sandwich." He laughed. Then we kissed. It was perfect. Like tea after a storm. Like letters finally delivered. Chapter 8 The Hot Dog Cart Twist. 2 months later, Ben moved to Vermont. "Not for me," he said. "For dry floors, warm people, and zero tsunamis." He didn't go back to lighthouse keeping. He opened a gourmet hot dog cart. Yes, I'm serious. He named it Lighthouse Dogs. Taste Delight. He sells hot dogs with sea salt buns and clam sauce. It's weird, but people love it. And so do I.